your map pick. You've chosen Overpass. You believe it's your best bet against your opponent. Will you convert? We'll find out. We're jumping into it then. It is the pistol round of our second map. First game of the day. Day
3,285.
I think it's 17.
Alrighty.
All right, so a couple of factors here that we saw the other day was Buster from VP exploiting space against Navi's CT side. Let's see if Gambit can do the same. Would have to take a lot of risks, and I'm not quite sure who's going to be the man to do that. But looking at this buy here from Gambit, they have a smoke and a flash in the back pocket of Nafany. Shiro's been gifted that P250 with armor again, and decoys are plenty. Inters, Axial, and Hobbit all rocking the decoys. Shiro making some noise towards the long position, but it's already a passive setup from Na'Vi coming on through.
And yeah, it was surprisingly simple who had space found against him in the previous game. And as I said, you don't often get to see that man being taken around the houses or exploited in any way. He's a very, very solid player. Gonna hear the steps, gonna see the players, and be unable to do any damage. Just loses his life for free.
Yeah, that's strange to see Simple going down with nothing. But now these decoys are being thrown on now. That's going to potentially play with the rotations of Na'Vi now. Do they trust what they're hearing, or do they think it is actually a bit of a fake? And they've lent towards B.
Oh my God.
I think it's going to be a fake. They've bitten into this so hard. Boomich is setting up over towards the sandbag position.
How did they sell the B fake?
Yeah, this is just... I think that they were assuming it would to be a fake towards that A site, but that's not the case. And now retaking A is going to be so difficult. Look how pushed up these Glocks are.
I mean, the fact is, you've got not a single point of damage inflicted. How are you supposed to retake this? Oh, okay, this is going to hurt. And Shiro could very well be the damage dealer. Hobbit's positioned as well. Exile first contact from Bank. He's already got one, and the second is added, third is added, maybe even the fourth added to that list. Exile, quite the opening statement. And they did indeed get baited to the wrong bomb site. CT's gamble incorrectly. An assumption, and we know what Papa Richardson taught us. Don't assume, because it will make an ass out of you and me. Don't do it. Got the Headless Horseman's reigns yesterday.
Oh yeah, I was actually just really happy for you. I haven't grinded for it long enough to be jealous.
No, and I mean, for me, it was more relief than pride. Like, it was just like, okay, I no longer have to do the Halloween event.
I will continue.
Like, reluctantly, okay, we'll queue again.
Could you then just trade me your little pumpkin heads?
Yeah, you can have my pumpkin head.
I really enjoy them.
You guys talking Minecraft, right?
World of Mooncraft. Nice work from Nafany. Yeah, Simple caught out, tagged and fragged, but this is a full force buy. MP9 is not going to get him far. Boomich would need to somehow make 30 HP in a CZ. Powerful. And there's the flank from Electronic. Get it away with it. Upgrades to a Mac 10. Boomich swings out for one. Shiro's vulnerable now. Na'Vi turning this round completely upside down. Flank arrives. Electronic down. Perfecto could thrive. He's locked down the rotate. Bomb spotted A. Boomich and Flamey leaning heavily. It's Flamey for the contact. He needs a 1D onto the head of Shiro. Misses his chance.
Yeah, the flash didn't do too much. He did get Axial for a second, but the longer this halts, the longer this grinds away, it gets a bit trickier for those CTs to remain a bit of a surprise. Fully aware now the
Two more
T's.
smokes, so they actually picked another one up. He throws that to fake and draw.
Oh, Axial could get timed. Oh, I thought Perfecto was starting to work his way up the stairs, but falls away. Now, Boomich will be on the chopping block. He could be the first to receive the attention, but time's going to be a factor.
2-1 here.
Yeah, here we go. That's going to be a freebie. Now, Flamey feeling the pressure, and I'm sure Perfecto's going to try and start working into this now. He feels as though he needs to, and he's right to be feeling as such. Position noted. Tag comes out, but it's Flamey on the receiving end. Kill towards Perfecto, but Flamey's just found one, and now the 1v1. Flamey up against Shiro. Shiro low, and it doesn't matter. Flamey with a great shot. Na'Vi still making things so deadly, even in the minute
He lost
ways.
Simple first there. That was a 4v5 victory, and Electronic gets the credit. He was the only one with a real weapon. Finding this destabilized the whole push. Boomich then took that opportunity as he knew Nafany would have to address that toilet's presence, took the swing, 30 HP, and makes the CZ bang. So Na'Vi, that's huge. Taking the second and forcing Gambit straight away into an awkward discussion.
I hate the fact that Flamey's just given Simple the AK. Like, make him work for something. Like, give him an M4. Give him a FAMAS instead. You know, don't give him everything. It's not Christmas all the time around here in Na'Vi, is it? Simple wakes up every day and feels like it's Christmas morning, gets gifted whatever he wants whenever he wants
so
it.
if JKS was on the team, he was
I know,
like, Chatty, give us the AK, you'd be like, no, a Galilvi, a FAMAS. Nah, of course you're not.
Let me just get the clutch. And now he's down to an MP9.
Yeah, but he's He doesn't have the... Does he still have the deagle?
Ah, he doesn't even have the he don't even have that.
Oh.
He doesn't even have that. The poor guy. Where is the deagle?
I don't know where it's gone.
Someone rush the deagle at spawn.
I don't know. I got MC looking for it, all right?
Thank you. Simple, don't you die first again. You've just been given the AK. That's 3 deaths in a row. And he's on his own. He's on an island. Look, there was no trade potential whatsoever. They've set Simple up in another round, and he's just given away the AK.
But bear in mind, more often than not, he doesn't do that. So you have to always operate under the assumption that you're going to get the good Simple. You can't sit there and play him like a safety piece. You have to put him out there to do these things, which is, obviously, it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes he's going to lose. More often than not, he doesn't, though. But today... He
3
is.
in a row. Let's see how many more he can give away.
I don't know what a tamed Simple looks like. I don't know how he postures from that. Electronic's seen enough to know that there is definitely presence towards long. I don't know how much he's seen, but it has garnered a smoke to be put down.
Yeah, that's a good smoke as well. You see, they can't push all the way behind that and explode onto the side. They're actually held at bay a little bit further back, and from there, looks like they're going to change their tact. So dropping back from long now, corralling through the bathroom positions. We're going to have 4 players all within this area. The scout in the hands of Shiro staying towards long, and now Hobbit has been gifted over the AK-47. They have utility, smoke, and 3 flashes, and they might be able to overwhelm here. Flamey dropping another smoke towards long now, and it's all on Electronic.
Good smoke. It's actually just to set Electronic up. Flamey. Oh, dear. Perfecto's the one to find the contact, but Na'Vi are laughing this one off. A shrug of their shoulders.
Get that AK.
And a triple kill.
Nice.
If it gets dropped to Simple again.
Of course it is.
It will be.
No.
Yeah, Flamey will give
Wait for it. Where's
He's got
Flamey?
4.2. Flamey needs nades.
Yeah, well, maybe Perfecto will buy him a rifle and, you know, keep the FAMAS or something
Shooting.
simple.
Good shooting. And that was the end. It was Flamey's smoke that enabled Electronic to have all of that freedom to find that triple kill. So credit to be given. And Simple has to make
Oh, Simple's
do.
in the doghouse. No, he's not. He's just
He's
obviously...
first the eco. He'll still bloodlust.
Oh, yeah, you're
Watch
right.
it. He'll go
Of
even
course.
more aggressive now.
He's eco-cobering.
Here he goes. Down connector. Find yourself some close range
Oh,
kills.
chunky nade.
Oh, get him out of here.
Oh, Flamey. We don't lose those. We do not lose those. Boomich is a little bit like, wait, what's happened? But they're okay. Here it is.
The bloodlust.
Give me your AK.
There it is. He got it back. The same one. The same one he was gifted before is back in his hands. He throws it off to Flamey. He's got AWP on the mind. And that makes a whole lot of sense since he just made even more cash. 7.7 prior to investment. Impact player for round 4 was Boomich with the triple kill on the monster push.
I know his name is Boomich, but I really wished at one point he was like, no, just call me Boombler.
That would be fun.
Blah.
That would be such a cool name to say.
But the reason I like Boomich, and I know that it's obviously been done before, but whenever he does like a massive play, just, you know, that the boom bitch get out of my way, like it's gonna be
it's good.
it's great. Like that's his go-to.
It is nice. It is nice. It's definitely got legs to it.
Well, this is a B piece being set up. There's no indication that they were poking and prodding over towards the A side of things, and with nades already being lined on up, you see this come on through any moment. Now, smoke in the hands of Nafany. He's already pulled the pin on that. Shiro lining something up, and through Monster they go with contact. They're ahead of the smoke, and into B they go.
Well, it's Perfecto to receive. Flash out. He is blind. Head tucked down, trying to buy some time for Flamey to support, but the timing wasn't there, and so far the frag's only being held together by Boomich and Flamey, and they're doing very well at this. Boomich doing beautiful work. Surprising he held on to this so diligently, considering how quick that pressure did seem to amount. This just enters on 1v2, and Boomich's angle. It's going to be tough to check on in your mind. It's already been cleared. But no, Boomich was waiting, patient to pick up the AK. And he does very well here.
Oh, in the gutter right there.
Well, right next to the trash. That's no
That's
fun.
bin juice running down
Oh,
there.
yeah.
A warm day bin juice.
I think that I was a little bit put off with that B hit because Electronic went down at the same time as the B execute came through, and Inters was actually playing connector where he killed Electronic. So it felt like they got 2 entries onto the B site. It was only 1, and Flamey and Boomich were able to mop that up, and now it's 4-1 in favor of Na'Vi here. I did mention that Gambit in their slew of maps won on this. I believe it's 6 in a row right now. One of the key factors has been their T rounds over the last 12 that they've played in the last 3 months, or with Hobbit in the roster even. They've been able to win 64%.
Oh, Electronic, this is
T
cocky.
rounds.
This is great. That's not so great. Oh, okay. Multiple targets, and you can't weather the storm of Nafany. So an M4 has been gifted over if they choose to cross, which they will through Playground safely.
It's actually been a bit of a change-up of setup here from Na'Vi. Normally the team to do a 4-man B-ly, and they've opted to have 3 over towards A early. So Electronic going down. Boomich is still here, and he's actually searching for info. Needs to be careful.
Oh, Hobbit gets in with the off angle. 2 frags. Na'Vi can't afford to let this one go. This is supposed to be an open and shut case. This was an eco. A half buy at a stretch. And now with 2 early casualties, Gambit have an advantage. It is minor. 2 recovered M4s and Exile continuing to poke and prod on the other side of the map. Simple's got the responsibility. Nafany, with his low HP, has been given the responsibility of taking early info. Shiro using that CT smoke to get close to it. Flamey uses it to tuck in. It's a powerful position. Can be pre-fired, a common pre-fire. Oh, he's re-smoked it. That's brutal. Now they have to go the long way round, and I think Simple's kind of worked this one out. Flamey reveals his location. A spray from Shiro. Peeks. Hobbit's gone. And a third found. Simple and Flamey, a perfect duo. A duet on the site.
Yeah, this is very worrying now for Gambit. They're getting openings in these rounds. And yeah, I know it was just a very light upgrade, but it looks good and then it fizzles out. So they're able to win the duels when their duels come to them. But now when they have to, I guess, cross that line, it's a lot harder for them to get past Na'Vi. You can see right place, right time and mopping this one up. So once the guns come back out, if they can find openings in the same way, they have to be converting rounds like that. It's good to see more people trickling on into the fan cams here on this Friday afternoon.
It doesn't feel like a Friday.
No, it feels like a bloody Monday.
It does. Happy Monday, everyone.
We'll get those Friday feelings going, don't worry.
Yeah, and if you are, you know, listening to this on your last day of work, wherever you may be, schönen Feierabend, because they call the evening before the weekend your fire evening. I believe that's how Germans do it. So happy fire evening. I look forward to your weekend for you. Nice work there. Exile shuts down Boomich. I've been corrected. Apparently I'm wrong, and that's important to communicate mid-round. Flamey tagged down to 26 all the same.
Yeah, now this is one of the rounds that Gambit need to be converting. They still have a smattering of utility to work with. 2 smokes, 2 Molotovs, a bunch of flashes. One of those aggressive pushes from Electronic is on the cards here, though. He wants to take some space back, tucking in behind the divider wall. On simple shot, he may swing or place spoiler. So this is something that could be important. With 45 seconds remaining on the clock here, it's quite clear that Gambit might actually have intentions to head towards A. They could still do a bit of a fakey boy down connector. They do have control of that part of the map. And that's actually where they're going. So Simple's made the right call and right read here. He's actually going to find himself in an aggressive AWPing position to shut them down coming through Sandbag. This could be a massive round. Look at Electronic.
I love that. The perfect timing on the clear as well. They can be so secure in this. They know exactly what's coming, and now Simple gets the...
Get
Nafany gets
fudged. Good double. Perfecto. Needs a third, though. So much pressure mounting and Exile pre-fires. Electronic did catch Inters, and that's another chance for Electronic. All onto Shiro now, and he's pushing on him. Perfection. Shiro hits the shot. With 5 seconds left on the clock, he pulls it across the line for Gambit. Electronic takes a bit of a risk there, and it does not convert.
Yeah, I think trying to catch him, I'm not actually quite sure, because if you break that one down, there's a couple of opportunities there. One is that if Electronic stays behind the smoke and Shiro goes for a fake, then Electronic will just win the round. And you can see, wow.
I'll let Electronic off on that one.
Yeah, it was a risk. That's a 50-50 type play right there. You're going to give all the chances in the world, as the buy will come back out for Na'Vi. Perfecto down to an MP9, Flamey on a Famous, but the AWP's still in Simple's hands, and he's looking for the quad boost over towards T-Spawn. It's not to be on a round like this, and we can bring up the GG.bet odds for everybody at home. See, Na'Vi here is the heavy favorites. Gambit have now blown on out to $4.46. As nades are getting lined on up here. Molotov towards the divider position. Smoke towards front bathroom. Long control to be taken. A flash coming through for Nafany any moment, I assume. And they've taken long control. So a bit of a pace change here from Gambit, going quicker up towards long. But is there any intent by this, or is it the same old, same old? We default spread, we push them back, we clear out the bathrooms, we make sure they can't have any free information, and from there we set up the set piece? Or do Gambit just want to force the issue towards long? With a minute left on the clock, a smoke being lined up from Inters, this will obscure the vision, but Simple's already not playing for that vision. He's solo on the site. Okay, here we go. Mr. Space Taker himself has been spotted, and Hobbit finishes him off. So a big opening right here from Hobbit.
It could be converted. That's what they were looking for. Taking down one of the hardest hitters as well. Simple's pre-aiming the boost if anyone's looking at him thinking this makes no sense. Don't sit here in your matchmaking games. It's unlikely they'll be triple boosting long. But they're walking onto the site while Simple holds this. Is he...
Oh no, he's dead.
Yeah.
That's a rude shock.
That is quite a rude awakening.
This is a very important round.
Yeah, and it's going to be forcing the save out of the remaining 2 as well. So Gambit could probably close this gap up a bit. This will be the 3rd, 4th, practically a guarantee. They won't be able to save the AWP in 29, make it 1900 loss for the CTs here. So really going to be having peanuts into the next round. They're going to go on a bit of a whirlwind adventure, but don't forget the casualties are all occurring towards that toilets position, which Axel and Inters have got locked down.
Yeah, the problem is as well, what they're holding on to is the MP9 and the FAMAS. So if it was any of those rifles or that AWP, then great. But the fact that they lost all 3 of their most potent weapons within the early stages, well, not early stages, they walked into the A site with 25 seconds left on the clock. But the fact that those rifles aren't carried across and the 1900 loss bonus comes on through means that it will just have to be one of 2 options. They can either force buy into this round, then they'll have to take a partial in the next and then be able to get guns out for round number 10. Or they just see what they can find with an MP9 and a FAMAS, but nobody else can risk purchasing on through him. Maybe I could argue Simple can upgrade, but if he wants to get the AWP out, he should just be taking a save right now. Deagle, of course. There it is. Let's see what they can do. I would like to see Perfecto and Flamey stay together and try and work some more aggressive picks with these 2 guns, but over towards B. That's where they hold, and that's where Gambit are going. You can see the bomb on the back. This time is a different indication. They're not playing off towards long. And this was the set piece they tried to do where they always shut on out.
Look how much info Simple's going to get from this too. He's posted up pretty aggressively. I think he's already taken a wide peek towards us at one point, but feeling a little more secure in the stack. But this gets scary for the T side if they go through that monster tunnel.
Oh, they're cancelling on the second smoke. So they were fully set up there for an execute, but the second smoke coming on through is giving them an indication to cancel this one. They don't want anything to do with it. And
That
while
means
they're
they
doing
have to
that,
clear everything.
Yeah.
Like, we're probably not going to see a bomb plant until like 20, 30 seconds left on that clock. So strap in. Whew, around the world they go. They're taking a lot of liberties, to be fair, Chad. You can see that they're not really too concerned about CTs taking space, and they haven't. So
well, this is the
4-man
danger
lane
area.
B. Yeah, Simple's got a world of hurt coming his way, and he's only got a Desert Eagle. $700 pistol up against 3 fully bought up Ts. And if they pivot, he may not even been spotted. Here we go. Challenge number 1. They can jump up, but he gets the first headshot. Anticipating company, and they do swing in. He stabilizes and halves Inter's health. Down to 59. Not bad. Rotates coming in. Bombs long. Flamey with the FAMAS. Gets across. Powerful. Burning, though. Exposed and fragged.
Nice.
That's a perfect molly. Shiro is low enough for the USP to finish him off. And
He's been spotted.
yeah, and he can't even finish the job. He tags him down to 2. Perfecto would have to clutch up, and he has found the first, but unfortunately with 3 members still alive and 21 HP, this one is all said and done. Vintus goes down, so does Shiro. Maybe Perfecto can manufacture brilliance. It's just shy of the mark. Axile finds him in the end, but keeping it competitive, keeping him honest, and back to the CT buy. At least they kept the Gambit weapons out of their hands.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage considering what they went into that round with, and potentially even a win there for Perfecto if he slowed his roll in those final stages. But all in all, Axial well handled. And one point that we were making over on Train was how the opening kills, the opening duels were falling in the favor of Na'Vi. In this game right here, 7-2 in favor of Gambit. So on the T side, they're being offered a lot of moving pieces from Na'Vi with the slow default of Gambit, and they're securing those kills. Hasn't always resulted in rounds, as you can see that 5-round spree on the board there from Na'Vi, but now bouncing back with 3 of their own, and the scoreline currently sitting at 5-4. Gambit, I think, can probably be happy with 6 or 7. Their CT side probably serviceable as well. If you're going to be making this one of your map choices, you have to be confident in your CT side, and the buy will come back on through. They do have residual cash Gambit to buy in the next, even if they were to lose this one, but their loss bonus has now trickled back down to 1900. Na'Vi, the buys come on in, and missed molly. That's free territory, means they don't have to waste a smoke, so Gambit going to be smiling here from here. And again, much of a muchness in these rounds, just these slow default approaches. You can see what their indication is in a lot. They go for that long play to clear out through bathrooms. They like to go back and around. And in this time, it's just Axial. Look at all this space. Oh, Lord, he's going.
For sure. Boomich, does he get the angle in time? Well, a bit of contact, bit of a trade out of damage, but this is in, you know, a little bit of implication that there is presence towards B. Axial not subtle with this, and surprised he didn't capitalize on that kill, honestly. Boomich lucky to keep his life here.
Oh, that's something. There we go. Just a little hand spotted of a jumping Nafany. Sounds like I'm speaking a different language, doesn't it?
It is curious.
Just a glimpse of the hand of Nafany.
Oh, of course.
Of course, yes. But regardless, bomb's been scooped up, and they've shown their long presence. There is still a lean B.
Yeah, when I think about the words you're saying, it does sound baffling. Yes, there is a lean B.
Yeah, there's a lean B on jail. You find perfecto. It still doesn't really sound like English sentence.
Eyeing up the monster.
Yep, does find the first on monster. Shiro's toes visible, evades the flash and enters in to the site, but quickly found by Boomich. Quite the fright. Nafany finds another 3-on-3. The rhymes don't stop, neither does Nafany. Electronic caught in the back though. Hobbit quite the after position. Oh dear. Getting awkward now. Flamey wants to stop this plant, and I don't know if he's going to be given a chance to, because Hobbit on short is in a prime position to stop that swing. Hello, Shiro. Nice to meet you. My name's Flamey. Gets one and a missed shot from Simple. A 1v2. They'll double peek. He misses it. He had the chance, squanders it, and a triple kill for Hobbit.
Good round. He dealt with not only Simple there, but Electronic in that connector position. And it's a couple of times now. Electronic has been caught not sleeping, but searching, trying to take that space. But Gambit, they've got it all buttoned up. You can't seem to go for those pushes against Gambit here within the early stages. It's sure to contain with is fine, but every time they step over that boundary, somebody from Gambit is waiting.
Well, I roll my mind back to hearing, I think, who was it who was discussing? It was one of the IGLs, Jerry. He was discussing how to handle someone like Simple. You're aware of the habits, and obviously it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to be able to deal with it. Obviously, Simple's aggression is normally coupled with some of the best aim in the game, some of the greatest game sense. It's not a simple thing to do, of course, to deal with him. But with the awareness shown, it looks like Gambit is aware of how they like to play, to find those smaller elements. And would we say this is a rush round? It's quite an invested
Now,
one.
that's not to say they're rushing.
Yeah.
So much as to say the rush could be involved. Yes, it's certainly a possibility. Rush will be joining us shortly as MC takes the wheel on that frag.
Hello.
Rush, is this one, are you able to handle around like this?
There is what are these? Is that a smoke grenade? I'm not used to seeing these when casting. However, Simple looking for a shot, doesn't get it. That's a danger man done, but still, Boomich, we've seen him with the CZ getting some good timings here. But this is going to be... oh, it looks like it could be an easy shot, but not so much. Flamey on the side, taken out by Axel. What a player, man.
Yeah.
Doing very well, to be honest. And Perfecto left with the little CZ. No head armor, just some body armor.
Would you rather, Rush, if you had to?
Go on.
You had to choose.
Sure.
Would you rather have nipples as long as fingers, or fingers as long as nipples?
Ooh, playing CS would probably be hard with one of those options.
Yeah.
One of the things you need for everything in your every day-to-day,
take finger nipples?
you just won't take your shirt off. Yeah, I
well,
would.
how long are the finger nipples?
Well, look at your fingers and imagine it's a nipple.
Yeah, but now you're talking about finger length nipples, so I don't know what.
Finger length nipples or nipple length fingers?
That was the options,
I'll
right?
go for the finger length.
Finger length nips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that's creepy though.
No, but
is
that's
really
the right
creepy.
play.
Tie 'em in a bow or something.
go for
Imagine
the
not
ninja.
having
Having
any
a bow.
fingers.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
they're
well, you
just
would
stubby.
have fingers. They'd just be very malleable.
You couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
couldn't do
look,
anything
guys.
with those
Yeah,
fingers.
look.
All
Yeah,
right, well,
look.
the first nipple-fingered gamer would get a lot of extra press, is all I'm
True.
saying.
Very true.
I don't think they'd... Yeah, okay. Yep.
Chad's
Something
really
to-
trying to break this down. It's
something
like, I've
to
got a
consider.
skybox ready for this now.
All right, so here's a picture of how the hands would look. Now, there's obviously a lot of variance.
Now, my final question
Of
for you
course.
guys is, are you ready for round 12?
Let's get ready to rumble.
Hands in the air.
That's called Jock Jam, isn't it, Lauren?
No idea.
I think it's called Jock Jam.
Come on and
Jam.
slam.
All right, well, again, Gambit, the same default spread. So they send a three-pronged defense, because that's how slow they're taking it, over towards the playground area. The reason they want to send three is to deal with any early CT-sided aggression. Meanwhile, they're patrolling Connector and Axial again on a bit of a mission. The timing this time, not his friend. Boomich takes him down, and Flamey follows up with the help of Boomich onto Hobbit. So this time it's some openings. That's the third opening kill so far, I do believe, for Na'Vi in this game.
Yeah, and the rest should be a formality.
He seems so aware that
Yeah,
he
he-
wants to push.
He's thinking about it. He has a responsibility towards long, though, and so as the utilities deployed, simple checks. He will just remain checky boy.
If Inters looks away just as he pushes up.
Oh, this timing is
Oh, Inters, I'm so sorry this is about to happen to you.
so mad.
Oh, it's not as clean as, you know, traditionally we would see, and Shiro trades it, but it has bought time and a call to be made that Boomich now gets to the right place, and Shiro left to...
Try again.
One
try
more
and
try,
lob
one
your
more
ball
try.
over the
Again.
fence. Come on.
Come on. Last time we saw someone do that, it actually landed on B. I actually watched, I think it was the other guy's casting, but yeah, someone tried to hide the rifle. They threw it over the hedge and it lands on the B site. You can just pick it up there. Shiro's going to lose his rifle. Flamey has the retrieval.
Flemmy.
That's a fraup for simple.
A 6-6 and a fraup.
Fraup, a free AWP.
Oh, yeah, it's like the Frexos.
The Frexos and the
Frexos,
fronts.
my favorites
Fraup.
are the fronts.
Fronts are very nice.
You get a free front line.
How
find
was
some
the, no. How was the Danger Zone content today?
Today's game, look, it wasn't our finest moment.
Wasn't your best?
No, it's one of those ones where we die a lot and keep dying. Yeah, those aren't the good ones. But 6-6 right here. Na'Vi really need to button up a couple more. Molly will land this time round, and they're going to put it out. Smoke on top of the flames. Secondary Molly over towards Playground as well. That's going to deny the early territory for Gambit here. They've waited that out. Only slows them by roughly 7 to 10 seconds. As same again. Now the double openings towards the sandbag positions and connector is what netted Na'Vi a very good step in the right direction for round 12. This time around, they're not being offered that up. Axial, he's playing much more passively over towards the B side, and same with Hobbit towards connector. So action towards long.
1, 2. Is the third going to come through? Shiro switching out, feeling under pressure, and I don't know how Electronic got that second player, but he made it look very comfortable, and then make it a 3. Make it a third. Put it on his tab.
That's so sick. He stands in the off angle, surviving in plain cover, and then nade body shots. A way to win a duel. He only had 19 HP for the duel. Shiro even switched to the rifle. That's great stuff from Electronic. And a 2v4 could very well have been a 3v3. That's it. Maths is hard, but I got there. You can see those 3 corpses to the left of Hobbit, thanks to the handiwork of Electronic.
I feel there still could be trouble here because Axial's been on a bit of a mad one. If he's able to find an opening kill onto the B site, you can see right now that left alone, that is Perfecto playing in the jail position. Famus, not necessarily the best weapon for a job, or the job, as the rotation now. 3 players from Na'Vi are A. 1 spotted. Perfecto gets the kill. Traded. Axial can plant. The bomb isn't in his favor whatsoever. Having to pick it up from Monster is giving time for the rotation to come through. More utility expended. And now it would be a phenomenal clutch from Axial. Only 9 seconds left. It's just going to be a matter of time until he gets taken out. Doesn't even get the bomb down, and, well, an AK-47 picked up for Boomich. Flamey can't get close to a rifle in time, so he'll just be holding onto the Fammer. But they can get the AWP back over towards Simple. So all in all, things are looking good for Na'Vi now as mount their 7th on the board. And this time, it was Electronic with the multi-kill.
Multi-kill.
5 to 8 in terms of the opening frags now. 8 in favor of Gambits, 5 for Na'Vi. Na'Vi are leading the charge with the multi-kills, 16 to 8. But not the rounds. They're only sitting here with a 7 to 6 scoreline. If they can get these last 2, they're looking good, and they might have a real shot in this one, just up against the pistols here.
Rush, this is your round.
Pushing fountain.
Okay, don't do that.
Yeah, do that.
Pushing fountain.
No, do the whispery thing.
All right. Pushing fountain now. Simple. He's on the AWP. Partnered with Electronic. Hobbit taking some space. Boomich taking even more. And now they're cruising up towards the area. Electronic and Simple. The 2 to deal with this. Bathrooms control granted. It's exactly what they're looking for. They do have a flash. Simple playing with danger here. They might pop through. If they do this, it's going to get explosive. Here comes the flash. They're through. Misses the flick. In danger now. Needs Electronic. On the side with him. Finds 1. Finds 2. Finds 3 somehow. That was a sick third from him. And does a little selfie with the camera right at the end. The round secured. 8 to 6.
I quite like that casting.
I really
voice.
like that
That was
too.
actually not bad. It felt like Rush's dad was casting more than anything.
That was nice, Raj. I like
Thank you.
that. I like
Thank you, guys.
how he was constantly shifting as well between the...
Really using the tones.
Yeah.
Being very serious.
Painting with all the colours here, Rush. I like it.
The
No
finger
worries.
paint out, he's smearing it everywhere.
Well, Na'Vi, if they can get the last round here, can win the half 9 to 6. Right now, they've been able to mount 3 on the trot, denying bomb plants, and that's all through opening frags. Over towards B, looks like there's more intent this time. The bomb's coming on over. Hobbit doing the regular job in towards connector. It's going to be a lot of B intent, but there's already 4 on the site. Simple's here as well. Utility's good. Boomage.
Oh, you're so
Finds an
brave. Boomage gets 2. Good spray. Inter's working with 56. Simple doesn't miss. He needed that. Finds Hobbit, but quickly found a Shiro. Another miss from Simple. Getting awkward now. Incendiary will buy time for the Peak Monster. If Inter smokes it, he doesn't. He pushes closer. Like a moth to the smoke this time. He lingers. And Shiro backing up with the bomb. Electronics rotated in. Hasn't committed the rotate yet, though. Back to short. Does a door sound cue they have to make here? Do they just make it and charge, or? Yeah, this is what I'm wondering too. What's your plan, boys? Boost?
They can smoke heaven. They can Molotov barrel or the ramp.
CT's again peaky for info as well.
So the good smoke, it does mean they still have 20 seconds when it fades though, so it's not like enough to win the round.
Simple's rotated at least. That's a positive. They've drawn out a rotation.
I'd rather honestly face Simple at this point. Electronic has been...
Oh no, is he rotating? Guys, guys.
Why?
Gambly. Very unnecessary gamble, unless Chad's...
There we go.
Okay.
It's safer maybe,
Yeah,
feeling like he can at least fall away
I'll
from
give him
this.
that. It does mean it's a very comfortable peak for Shiro, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Fortunately, he's the one that has to plant. Electronic lets them consider their options. Bombs down. Shiro retreats, and they now know that both of them are monster side, right?
Yeah, exactly. Or in the site.
Ooh, bad moves. Feels like Gambit 7th there. Shiro holding Simple's peak. Fake on the bomb. Molly from Inters. They should still have enough time if Electronic can clutch this. Needs to get on it. Inters is low. And Electronic trying to fake the sound cue. Inters checks it and he's got time. 9-6. Such a spectacular clutch from Electronic. Cool, calm, and collects. 9-6. We'll be back after the break.
In the clouds, and I'll take it, yeah. Reminding myself to just let go. Don't wonder how far I can fall. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade out. Oh, 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 oh. Shooting through the clouds, I know it's alright, it's alright. Heavens are the limit now. Let's fly just one more night, one more night. Don't look down, never fade out, and I I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade out.
Intense 9-6, second map, Overpass. And in a rare moment, it seems like Na'Vi could be on track to pick themselves up the 2-0. It's quarterfinals though, Gambit heading into the defense of their map pick. Now, considered to be a bit of a punish, Chad, you also outlined that one of the win conditions here for Gambit to take us to 3 and to that Dust 2 was a strong T side.
Yeah.
6 posted, probably still a bit of a grimace on your face.
It's par for the course, so if they're out there just having a regular putt around, they'll be happy with it. But Pistol is where this game is won or lost for Gambit.
Look at the GG.bet odds. They favor Na'Vi.
Blown out here.
And that's a smoke from Electronic that I'm about to steal. One for heaven. Nice and easy. And Simple's already gone. Maybe Inters has started them off on the right foot. Looking good. Shiro backing up. Flashes execution. Perfecto traded. Inters having a pistol round here. Nafany as well in the feed. It is a 3 versus 1. Electronic's got no hopes. And Axile confirms it. You said it was an important pistol. Well, Gambit, they pick it up.
Yeah, you say Simple goes down again first. That's going to be his 4th opening death of this game so
Did
far.
feel like it's happened.
Yeah, he had 3 in a row to kick things off on that CT side, and then now another one. So maybe just the start of halves, not Simple's specialty. Running it first, taking his head off, and now it will just be Na'Vi down to the pistols. They're not opting to go for a force buy, a full force buy. They're, well, I say that, Simple just buys armor. Okay, let's recalibrate this buy then. Perfecto on a Deagle, same as Flamey. Simple with a Deagle and armor. Electronic's been enjoying that Tech 9. And Boomich is just opting to go on with the Glock here. So this round is still very possible for Na'Vi to win, but without the armor, they need to make sure that they stay away from any early utility damage. And then from there, once they go for these jewels, they need to be converting with 1 Deegs, and Hobbit's going to deal with Flamey quite early.
One Deegs.
1 Deegs. 1.
He's plenty. Was that a toilet, like a tissue roll advert? I actually can't remember.
I don't recall either. That's probably not an advert we got down under.
Probably a British thing, I think.
You guys had some fun ads, I'm sure.
Oh, plenty.
We
I don't remember any of them.
We had one about driver safety.
Right.
And it was actually quite the morbid ad. So I'm going to talk about it. It's for all you kids playing at home here. Now, hold up.
Hold up a minute. 1. Oh, overwhelmed.
All right, that was the Glock going down from Boomich, so that's not the worst to lose. If Simple gets one of these kills... Oh, he's baited into this. No clue. Nafany execution from behind.
Executed.
But anyway, it was something, it was like a song. It was about these kids. They just got these new little... They were like 4 or 5-year-old kids on their dirt races, and they're out the front of their house, and they're, hooning around on these little bikes and having a good time. And then basically it's like a check in your mirrors ad.
One of those.
Guy runs a kid over.
Oh.
So Dirt Racer, Australian ad. Check it out on YouTube. Oh, did he throw it away? Did it get it?
Did he go over
the fence?
Oh, I don't know if they can find it. I don't see it on them.
So
nice
denied
work.
the M4. That's pretty cool right there. As Electronic has 21 kills right now, leading the score for the server.
It's very weird to see Simple, the bottom fragger.
Bottom fragger, yeah.
He does his best work in the second halves. I've been saying it for years.
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 And not to be confused with years, which is how they say yes.
Oh, yes, true.
That's
Right,
years and years.
Perfecto only rocking a Deagle here. Simple AK, Galil for Flamey, AKs for Boomich and Electronic. We get underway with the first gun round number 18. Good flashes early.
That timing could not have been better. Axar literally turned into it. And now he's working on a flashbang of his own design.
So no aggression off of that, but at least it'll slow Na'Vi down, having to clear out all their corners here. Electronic leading the charge. Axial, is this just the smoke timing that you're playing with, or are you going to hang around? So when the smoke starts to look like it's fading, he's going to drop on back, and early bathroom control has been conceded. Na'Vi just have to go take it with both hands.
Still looking to see when Axial.
Me and Electronic have the same AK skin.
That's really cool, man.
Isn't that cool?
Do you think he's called it Conviction too?
No, he's got Electronic stickers on his, but it's nearly as cool as mine.
Nearly.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll get our names in there soon.
We're playing at a major, are we?
Working on it.
Yeah.
All right.
In Dota, they actually have a caster team that tries every year to qualify for TI.
Oh, that's actually so
They're
cool.
called the Veggie Tails or something. They get close sometimes. Here's Axile. And there is a kill traded. Perfecto getting it. Now a weapon to be retrieved and the bomb too. Shiro, they're going to check this, right? Oh, Perfecto didn't, but his adjustments have been fire. Now, if he gets his smoke down before he goes down, I'll be proud. Flamey does get the trade. Nalphany down. Hobbit's there, and Hobbit's fragging. Triple kill. They can't get through the multis.
But it's Electronic. And out of everyone, he is the one on today. He got the pat on the back, whatever it takes. He sees one, he takes down Hobbit. There was barely anything shown. But Inter's now forced into 1v1. Still has a kit. Electronic posted up. This man doesn't lose. He doesn't know how to lose.
Huge round.
That was so comfortable for him. One of my favorite players to watch because he makes Counter-Strike look so effortless.
Yes.
His crosshairs just in the bang-on place. His read of that as well. He assumes they're going to group up in a 2v1. I hope we get to see Electronic here. So look at that. Just a tiny glimpse of a leg crossing into that smoke and then finding the tightest line, anticipating both of them to be partnered up. Puts 10 on the board. Na'Vi clutched and saved. But check this one out. This is actually a round that I expect to go rather quickly. With 3 MAC-10s purchased and early Molotovs towards short, they want to go simple spearhead of the assault up monster. And that circle jump does get the information. They'll pull out nade. Simple right to not commit to that. That could have hurt.
Triple nade there into monster. So that's information, if anything.
Let's see what Flamey does with this now. They've got a good idea. What, there's 3 players. They had to have been somewhat close towards monster to throw them. And now a smoke to occlude vision.
Maybe don't head over towards the pistols when you know there's a minimum of 3 players on that side of things. So Na'Vi are going to slow their roll here. They're just dropping on back, waiting for any aggression. Bomb being picked up was left towards T-Spawn. That's in the hands of Boomich now. And space being taken from Electronic. Once he clears out these bathrooms, shouldn't have to worry too much about the flank because Perfecto will be dealing with that rotation. And now just selling a bit of story over towards the B site. Flashes, Molotovs, all the goodies and go gear. As it does appear that B will be the finish. Electronic has been spotted by Shiro now. Axial up close and personal as well. If these Deagles can sing, there could have been a chance, but Axial going down without much damage has put a lot of pressure on Shiro, who's found one, but that's all he can do.
Yeah, this gets awkward real quick. Maybe Intus can find one. There's so many shots coming his way. He does. Oh, stabilizes and softens up Electronic for the frag. Hobbit gets him. And it is all on to Hobbit. He's had some huge impact, but I don't know if this one is even possible. A smoke's nice from Simple. He'll be able to maneuver around that. Hobbit not going to get the frag necessary. So 11.
Team ace.
2-8.
Everybody from Na'Vi having to contribute in that. And that was a big round because it was a force buy from Gambit. They went all in. They upgraded the pistols. They had utility. And they actually had a plan. It wasn't just go across the map and hit your shots. You could see what they were opting for. Nades towards monster, stacked together, played the rotations. And they were a little bit troublesome. Perfecto giving away his life here. Maybe not needing to overcommit in that situation. But regardless, they mop up this round. And it should be a freebie for Na'Vi right now, just against the USPs.
I hate it because I know that when I look at HLTV, sometimes I'll read a result and think, well, that's how the game went. But you don't understand how close some of these rounds have been, how Na'Vi have been pushed quite a fair amount. And I mean, yes, they lead for now. It does feel as though obviously Gambit are going to probably lose another here. So it should be, what, 12-8? But as I said, scoreline doesn't really tell the full tale of how much Gambit have been such a nuisance. They've quelled Simple, which is a rare accolade to put to your name. However, for now, it looks like Na'Vi have garnered the space. They've got the control they need. They're in a really good position for
I remember there was an interview we did with Electronic, and it was a couple years ago now. I think he first joined this team, it was late 2017, or was it late 2018? It was just around a DreamHack winter at some point.
Yep.
I think that was the one that you were at where you weren't feeling great.
Probably. If it was the end of the year, more than likely.
Yeah, I think we had a bad steak.
No, it wasn't just, I had, had the old doctor's thing. I wasn't able to sleep. Basically, they went, you've reamed yourself out traveling around the world. And they were just like, you should probably not mess up your sleeping pattern constantly and travel on the road all the time. It's not good for you.
No, you're right. But that event there was, I think, the one where Electronic had just joined.
I see.
And, that event was, after that, we did an interview with him.
Yeah.
And we were asking, you know, Electronic, you're so good. Like, how good can you be? Like, and he said, you know, you said he could be better than Simple. So to bring back in the storyline here, if you can keep Simple quiet, that's fine. But you have to keep Electronic quiet as well because he has 26 kills at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I just wish we got to hear more from Electronic because I feel like he doesn't often do the interviews. Maybe he's not so comfortable in his English or whatever. But
I think he had a bit of time with Zeus.
I see.
He had a bit of time with Zeus, and Zeus's strategy, flawless strategy, was pretending you don't speak English.
It is genius.
So then you don't have to do the interviews. Now, I imagine Electronic saw this, took notice of this, decided he didn't want to be having to do second language interviews, which can be stressful, and you know, a lot of self-negative talk makes you think you're embarrassing yourself. It's not the case at all, of course.
No.
Any opportunity to learn more about you to an audience that otherwise wouldn't have access to you is beneficial to your brand. That's pretty obvious.
I just love to know what sort of player he is, what sort of person he is.
Oh,
Attach your
exactly.
personality
and that's
to the
kind
gameplay.
of locked off to anyone that doesn't speak his language due to his lies. We know you speak English, Electronic. We know. I've seen it.
It's a little bit.
You know, well, Chad, why do you have to just lie?
Well, no, I think it's a little bit. I don't think it's
No,
crazy
it's the
good.
same as Zeus. Zeus just smirks at you when you speak in front of him. He knows exactly what you've said, and then he just goes, duh.
I know, well, the reason that I know Zeus knows a little bit more English than he lets on is because we were at the Face It Major, and I went into a barber's, and he was in the barber before me. And he was talking a little bit of English to the man cutting his hair.
Yeah.
So
Smart boys.
enough to get his hair cut the way he wanted.
Yeah, not English. Sorry, it's not English. Well, I don't believe you. Still, a very important round of Counter-Strike here. It's 12-8 quarterfinals, and well, Na'Vi on the T side with Electronic given a lot of room to maneuver. He's taken long onto his own pace.
On B right now, they're getting a bit antsy. You can see in the radar, your top left, they're actually moving around quite a bit. They were postured slightly more forward, and now they're dipping back into more of a retake setup. So feeling it might be A, and Axial, his timing is getting worse and worse. The more he hangs around, the more he's getting swarmed. It's any moment now.
Don't know. Standing and fighting is going to get him far.
He has to, I guess, buy time for rotations. Hopefully cost him a bit of a fight here and there.
It's a fake. He can call this. So this is good now. It's worked in his favor.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, they know Electronic's here. He's dead. Now, there's nothing else, and you're right. They've called for that rotation instantly, knowing no one else came past that bathroom side. But Perfecto just swings on in. Perfecto is a beast right now. He is feeling himself, and why not when you got shots like that? 3 kills this round, and the round win to boot, unless Axial can do something beyond expectations.
Yeah, he can. He has got the molly. He could force the fight onto Boomich if he gets the molly right. It's a tough decision to make, and he has thought about it. Fakes the sound. Doesn't work. Saves the AWP.
Percentage play here. Now, it's unfortunate because Axial, if he knew the HP of Perfecto, maybe that would spur him on to go for it, but holding onto this AWP for Shiro is important now. The money not great. 2,900 loss bonus going into the next. Shiro can afford something. Axial can drop this AWP across, but everybody else is going to be working with not a lot. So it might just be that save coming in from Gambit with this AWP as the main spearhead. But as each round gets put on the board for Na'Vi, it doesn't feel like Gambit have enough experience to come back into a matchup like this, which is unfortunate. It's something that they're only going to build with time. Na'Vi now sitting 13-8. And Perfecto in a lot of these maps has been very serviceable on more of an entry role. When they're going into a set piece and they need to take a bit more space or something, like he's actually doing a very good job in finding these opening kills onto the sites. Now, let's see. They've all inned. They've all inned right here off that saved AWP. So this is it for Gambit. They lose this. They're only going to get 3,400 as the loss bonus in the next, so more saves will be required here. 2 MP9s, 2 M4s, and the AWP. They have to make this one work, Gambit. Look at Electronic. Doesn't even care about the flames. So quick, so fast. Applying this pressure. This is going to force out earlier utility from the CTs. As soon as Axial spots something, if he doesn't go down, we'll have to drop a smoke. Even repicks into this line.
It's pretty brave. Simple's going to be on that AWP, and he seems very aware of the possibility. Now, the timing's everything.
Oh my god, he's actually pipped the gap. This is nuts.
Oh, they're way further ahead than he expects. This is going to isolate Simple, though. If Simple doesn't check on this, it seems like he's aware there's a chance someone could be there. This is maybe just part of the process, and it makes Axial so powerful in his position now.
Yeah, they just went unchecked. What a little exploit found by Axial and Simple. Multitasking. Bomb on his back. Quick scope lands.
He's
so now
open.
he's got some space, and he's going to go for the plant. Now, Flamey confirms that he's keeping Hobbit busy. I don't see how he gets out of this one, so a 1v3 handed Simple's way. Plants 4 toilets and heads that way. Hobbit will be his first target. That's his last. Great shooting. Taking it in turns to be the stars of the show. Across the server as a whole, it was electronic, it was simple, it was Exile, now Hobbit.
Massive round for Gambit. They really needed that considering the buy they went into that round with. And the fact that the two players very quick through the toilets, they took a timing on that smoke, and you can see they weren't even considering his position whatsoever. So Axial, a player I thought was in a lot of trouble there, actually came in clutch. Hobbit staying calm, isolating that duel. That leaves Simple in a 1-on-3, knowing that flanks are possible. They're coming from the rotation from the B side as well. And Shiro even had a smoke. So Hobbit finished it off in style, but that felt like a Gambit round after those kills from Axial. And the buy will come back on through. So Na'Vi, they've gone for 3 AK-47s, a MAC-10, and a Tech-9 for Perfecto. And this time it's over towards that B site. You can see Perfecto leading the charge. What can Inters do? Nade is good.
Very good. Doesn't slow them down. Perfecto's applying himself to be the tip of the spear that goes forward, trying to be a nuisance, trying to be a threat, but he just gets found. Hobbit and Inters find the lines, find the gap between the smoke, and punish.
Stalled out, hasn't it? It's just
Really
the AKs.
has. Yeah, I don't know what they're supposed to do with this. Simple's hoping and praying he gets a greedy barrel's peak. Electronic has managed to relieve the pressure, but Simple falls flat at the mark and caught with his knife out. Knife to a gunfight et al. It's 13-10. And the opening duels favoring Gambit 13, despite Na'Vi's 13 rounds. Broken. Might be 11th for Gambit here.
Yeah, this is a situation where Na'Vi maybe just have to slow it down a little bit. You can see they're getting a little bit ahead of themselves there. That toilet push, it was good. It was a pace change, but then the bailout going straight into a fast B was more than dealt with. This one here is just going to be 2 Deagles and 3 Glocks. Electronic also working with the smoke. Now, I cannot count out Na'Vi on these type of rounds. I know it is only 2 Deagles, but they literally had a strategy where Zeus would drop Deagles to Electronic and Simple, and then they would go out and win the rounds while everybody else ecoed. So these are the type of rounds we really need to keep our eyes on.
There are Simple buys that don't make sense, though.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Like, you're having a tough game here. It's a team game. You only need 3 more rounds. Why has he bought full Kevlar?
Yeah, so the 2400 in the next round isn't going to give him enough for an AK.
Which is what I'm saying. Like, what does he think the Kevlar vest is going to achieve?
Well, I think Simple truly believes he can win any round of Counter-Strike.
And if you're someone like Simple, you never want that mentality to change, though.
Yeah,
that's true.
Agreed.
That is true.
I agree.
The community already did a good job of neutering his, let's say, sassy side.
I love that, too.
I love sassy Simple.
It's great. You know.
Oh, no. Everyone's a villain. You're not allowed to have antagonists. Bang. And the dirt is gone. Did hurt a little bit, but Shiro's still fragging, and this one's a cleanup. Fortunately, he's got a Kevlar vest for that fight.
Well, that's going to be a clean round there, and an important clean round for Gambit because they need to build up their bank. This is 3 on the trot right now. It is their map choice, and Na'Vi have been stalled out. They've been kept and held at 13. I'm not sure that Na'Vi should go for a buy here, and maybe that's what they're talking through with the timeout. They have 1 more remaining after this, but as we can see, just check out the cash. Perfecto with 4.1, Simple with the overinvestment, which Alex has pointed out, means he's only left with 3.5.
It's called a timeout. Simple can't afford a rifle. What do we do?
Yeah, exactly. So who's going to have to drop him an AK?
Come on.
He's going to give someone a Galil here, right? Flamey's bought in with armor, which is telling me it's either going to be a half buy or a full purchase. Now, it'd be a Na'Vi style if they go for a full purchase.
It would be a full purchase. It will be. But with the caveat of one of their players having to make a...
Watch this. Simple buy Galil.
Get to that T side.
Oh, he's bought a Deagle. Okay, all right.
Now we're talking. He has to swallow his own bitter pill.
Yeah, but this is where now we made the argument that I guess he's not having a great game.
No.
We'll leave it there.
Precisely. So let's see how this one shapes up. We've got 3 AKs and a Galil for the T side. Simple rocking his D. You know he can do it with anything. Early smokes flying out. Want to extinguish that pipe smoke so the sound cue will be heard. And Hobbit, alert. They need off the door. He can support it. You can see their plan is very, very powerful. Deny short by having this.
Oh,
and there goes Perfecto. A perfect flash. Executes and denies. Simple looking to catch any hungry Hobbits off guard. Boomich opening up onto the B side. That's going to get the CTs moving.
Well, the push it long right now. The timing on this.
Electronic. What?
Huge kill.
Did he hear a step or something?
Can't believe he was ready for that. So they know where Hobbit was.
Yeah. They can run past him as well. They know that Hobbit needs to keep his focus. He's going to hear these footsteps, so he's heard a bunch heading over towards the playground position. That might draw out the rotation, but you can see right now, Shiro, he's uncertain.
Making the steps, you cheeky bastards, look. Look at that.
I love that.
They run over Hobbit's head. He makes the call. Now they walk back to B. Yo, I love it. Na'Vi using steps to fake, not nades, not shots.
Now, it's unconfirmed, obviously. Na'Vi don't know this plan has worked, but Simple might be in trouble. Let's see if he can do something. No, Hobbit's still there, but it confirms he's still there. Confirmed that the information probably has been relayed.
Shiro's running.
So they're going to speed up. Yeah, Shiro now knows, wait, nothing's happened. No one, uh-oh. Suddenly they look towards Monster. Suddenly he's aware that they've just given up that B site and the bomb's going to be making its way through.
Oh, he
Costs him
overextended.
his life. Through the grey screen, the flash costs him. Hobbit needs this, gets it. Electronic gone. 3 kills again with the impact frags. Hobbit finds more. He may need to find the rest, but Flamey finds them both.
Wow.
Shiro tried to be so selfless there. That flash was for Hobbit. That was to set Hobbit up to go for those kills. And by doing exactly that, he gives away his own life. Gambit really had a shot in that, but he's overextended.
So close. The smallest margins. Had Electronic not been on this kind of form,
Yeah.
Axel kills him and the round's over.
Yeah, 100%.
100% divide. They get it. 14. 2 more separating Na'Vi from the semi-finals. Close as can be. Very hard to separate these two teams tonight.
God, I actually love that. Seeing Na'Vi playing like really good mid-round calls, these sort of things
the
I
fake,
really love.
Yeah, I could eat that all day. If that was on the menu.
Delicious. Specialty of the house. Electronic,
We
though?
bought some chocolate treats. Chad, we forgot to give them to her.
I think they're for like an afterwork.
An after-work treat.
Oh, we got some little
Sit down
treats.
and we do a bit of a
We hadn't
debrief.
seen them. You know the pastel de natas?
Yeah.
Well, next to them this time at the coffee shop was a brand new
Is it an item?
chocolate squarey thing.
She said guile.
It's guile, which means
Cool.
well, technically it means horny, but they use it to mean cool.
Sure, okay. I mean, a bit of A, bit of B.
Their own.
Yeah, whatever floats the Germans' boat. It seems.
Gosh, and again, Perfecto onto a Tech 9. Simple given the opportunity with the rifle again. Out of his own pocket, but let's see what he does with it. He's been having a quiet one. Timing has been very much against him, but he has been simply outplayed
All
on
the timing,
occasion.
he
Did
saw
Axial
something.
see I think he saw a barrel. Perfecto might sacrifice himself, but I guess he wanted a rifle, so he went and got one.
He went shopping at the Axile store. That sucks. Brutal one for Gambit to swallow. Now they've got to defend with 4. Hobbit wants some info. And look at Perfecto. If he can crouch here, are you going for
Wants
more?
more.
This is brave. Oh, well, Hobbit's just lost his life. Inter's unchecked. Maybe he can get one. He does. Second, not so easy. Perfecto going down as well, though, does make the round competitive. It's a 3v2 after plant. Nathany working on the connector spot. Shiro's charging down there, too. Doesn't want to make too much noise because he can be heard. Nathany.
Have to save.
Yeah, Chad, but I don't want to talk about it.
Me either.
I don't want to talk about the potential for this to be just a save round. They really don't want to see 15, and losing their weapons is a death sentence, a 1900 loss bonus. So they are kind of half going for it.
No.
Yeah, they have to. They have to find, like just pray Na'Vi jiggle something and
They've called it off.
there we go. That's a brutal, bitter pill to swallow. Nathany and Shiro left to watch as the 15th round is secured for
That's
Na'Vi.
painful.
Yeah.
Nathany knows as well how low the cash is on their side. He wanted to try and take some guns,
no.
but that could be the real end right there for Gambit. Going into this, 3,800 at the high end, 21 at the low. Shiro with the saved AWP. He needs to be the shining light for Gambit going into what could be the final round of play.
I love a Tech 9 kill. That
You
thing just
really
makes me
do.
smile. It's just dirty. You know what I mean? Like you never love someone just flying at you with a Tech 9.
I just think the sound of it, the dug, 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 dug. It's like a helicopter starting to take off, you know? So,
What's the buy like?
oh, UMP, CZ75, FAMASes, and that AWP. So, Shiro, find yourself the right place, find yourself the right time because your team needs you, boy.
All right, it doesn't look all that complicated so far. Mass intentions towards B, and it's Flamey who's trying to clear out against Hobbit. Yeah,
it's
that's
quick.
clean. I thought that was going to be a bit more damage, but no, Flamey was quick as anything.
Could be the final round of play here. Gambit running out of options, running out of players. Na'Vi no slouch when it comes to converting these round advantages, and you'll see the process start to shape up. A mid and B presence. Flamey looking at that, just containing that as they clear fountain. Okay, so when the shadow meets the paper, barrel line, jump throw. That's a short one I could remember. And you can see what that's done. Anthony isolated, vulnerable.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the
that
spread.
spread.
Brutal.
Oh, in...
It forced him into the fight, but he still gets one. It's not shabby, but it's not fun. 4v3. Again, Na'Vi with these number advantages. They continue to trade equally. Inters needs a double without rebuttal. He gets the opposite. Goes down. Feeling like a formality here. Axile, a reluctant tut of his tongue as he looks to try and make another 4 frags. A 31 frag game from him required. There's a shot from Shiro. Axile now steps up to the plate. Can he deny? He can't, but he could find Simple. And he does. Needs to transfer. Perfecto down to 19. So close again for Gambit. And Shiro can't clutch. It's over. Na'Vi off to the semi-finals. Gambit putting up one hell of a fight. But Natus, Vincere, a name